Greetings, loves. Welcome to Soul Search. Make sure you click that like button. Make sure you subscribe. If you haven't already subscribed, then make sure you click that notification bell so YouTube will let you know when I release another video. And guys, be sure to hit that like button, okay? Thank you. It's very important. And it's free. All you got to do is hit the like. So I'm over here doing some yoga. It's like 3:30 in the morning. And I put on YouTube, and the channel is Flint After Dark Podcast. Okay, I want y'all to check this brother out. Okay, this is one of the Flint residents that I recently connected with, and we've been chatting about the Flint water situation, and the effects that all of this has had on Flint and the residents, and the fact that the media, the celebrities, your ex-president, all those people have turned away, but they still have a water situation that's pretty much the same as day one. And this is 10 years later, guys. 10 years later. I'm not gonna lie, I'm having a hard time understanding why there is severe protesting in the USA for other countries when we have so many issues here that we need to be concerned about, that need to be a 911 type deal. I'm not going to speak about whether or not people should care about what's going on over there, or they should. I don't even understand what it is they want the administration to do, because I honestly cannot get that deep into it when there's so many issues here. I'm going to do a live this weekend, before this weekend is out, and talk to you guys about what's going on right in my own backyard here in Georgia. And them protesting for overseas has overshadowed the local protesting for the issues right here in Georgia that are urgent and have been a serious problem for a long time. Okay, for a long time. It's been a long battle, but we're going to talk about that. Again, I guess it's nothing wrong with caring about other countries and the people that live there, what's going on. It's kind of hard for me to understand and get on board with that when I can't even get past the issues we have here. Not to mention the fact nobody in another country likes us. That's just, they wouldn't do any of that for you. So something is wrong. Something is seriously wrong. However, I decided to tune in and, see what these brothers are up here at 3 o'clock in the morning talking about on this live. YouTube with this vertical live streaming, I did not know you could do it when you have guests and all that. It's kind of an awkward setup for me, and it's giving cheap Instagram vibes. I don't think I like it. Okay. YouTube always came across to me as a little more superior with the type of live streaming that it has. So when you start live streaming like this and it looks like Instagram but on a low budget level, I think YouTube, the next time they get to asking questions and would like for me to fill out their surveys and things like that, when they get to asking me about this, I'm going to be like, nah. I could see it when you're solo. But doing a whole live stream, everything is like, I don't know, it's awkward. It's just awkward. So I'm trying to see where you can see the topic of the show, and it says addressing this mental health patient. Okay. Yeah, I think he was talking about having an issue with someone online. And so the conversation, as I joined, has gone past that into deeper things like just mental health in general. And they're covering, they're covering a lot. These brothers are having a deep conversation. The brother up top, he's got a story that's really something. He had a girl he was messing with, just to give you some, if you want to go over there and check it out. I mean, it's really something. He was dealing with a girl, and she pow-powed him in his cranium while he was sleeping. Yes. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay, so then they got to talking about Flint and the water. And I just want to play some of that for you, because this is where I paused, and just to hear from someone's mouth. We've had conversations, I've talked with other citizens, but here it is, right here, for you guys to hear from someone who lives in Flint. And I really think that he and I should get together and do a little show or podcast so we could really talk about this. I'm gonna have to hit him up so he can really talk to you guys and let you know what they have been going through over there. Yeah. It's just it's mind blowing. It's mind blowing, but
you have to learn to move in silence, not because what you say may not happen, but because what you say, when you say it out your mouth, the other person is thinking a thought. They're either agreeing with you or they're disagreeing with you. You like, yeah, I'm finna get this house, motherfucker. Yeah, as with the motherfucker, yeah, he about to get. How you gonna afford a house? You can't even afford a Kia, nigga. Like, you ain't even got a car to put in the driveway, and you talking about getting a house. Right there, that person is speaking against you. Then you're saying, I'm gonna meet me the perfect woman.
So I know you guys are like, they're not talking about water, but it's coming. Again, this type of feature, the way this live stream is set up, it doesn't allow you to do a little fast forwarding here and there. You get the option to skip to the live. You can slide it, but anytime I try to slide it just a little bit, I'm like in the middle of his presentation. So I just kind of got it as close as I could. Again, you can't tap it to get a little fast forward, nothing like that. And I haven't found any other method that similar to what we're accustomed to here on YouTube. So they'll be there in a second. But I mean, what he's saying right now is it's real.
What I'm saying, as soon as I get to Thailand, then you get to Thailand, and every bitch you meet is a boy or ugly or some shit. Didn't work out. So you have to quit announcing things. You can tell a chosen few, but whomever you're telling your plans to, they have to be somewhat of a yes man. So as soon as you say something to them, they like, yeah, I believe in you. I believe that. That's good. Da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? And even if you don't, succeed in it, they be like, oh man, well shit, maybe next time. You know what I'm saying? I believe in you though. Don't give up. Those are the people that you tell your moves to, your business to. And then when you tell your business to somebody and they be like, all right, you don't tell them shit. You just let him see it. You know what I mean? And that's been one of my problems, because I often celebrate before I actually scored a touchdown. I be running to the touchdown, and I got the ball up in the air, and I'm at the 1 yard line. Then a motherfucker come out of nowhere and smash me, and then I drop the ball. That's me.
Like, oh, you gotta be quicker than that.
All day, every day.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
Yep, it's one of the
man,
things.
You know, we just had our anniversary. 10-year water crisis, man. The other day, man. 10 years water crisis, bro. Can you imagine some shit like that? 10 years of dirty water. 10 years.
See, I'm like everybody else in America. I thought the water crisis was fixed.
See? A lot of us did. A lot of us did. And you know, at the end of the day, you know, I had to look at it like this. Why did we forget about Flint? Same as anything else we forget about that still needs our attention and actions. Why did we forget about Flint? We allowed them, the media, whomever unanimously decided and collectively worked together to say, let's make them forget about it. Out of sight, out of mind. Don't talk about it. Don't go there. Don't film it. Don't openly donate nothing. None of that. This was unanimous because everybody stopped. But they didn't stop until after Obama drank that water. Now, I'm not saying that's when it stopped. What I'm saying is he played a big part in helping America forget about Flint. I would never forget that. I would never forget that because when I went behind him on that to check and see, there was nothing was fixed. But what did he do? He assured us that their problems were solved. Their water was clean. Not just that day, not temporarily. This is what he said, and he was showboating with it too. Yeah. But I guess everybody wanted a black president. You know? It's way too easy to be fooled. But it's even more easy to be fooled by your own. Why is that? Why is that? Why do people still to this day adore Obama so much? Without even beginning to, even wanting to begin to uncover all the hurt that he has really, really caused and participated in causing. It's as if y'all never seen nobody you thought was cool before. Or you didn't see nobody you thought was cool that you could relate to that looked like you be president before. People still think having Obama as a president was a flex. I don't see how. Especially after knowing, and I know a lot of us knew after he did that water was not clean and that he deliberately lied. And still had the same type of attitude towards him, had the same type of compliments for him and support. It just, why do black people continue to contribute and participate in their own demise, as if you don't see yourself being downgraded into disintegration, into almost nothing right before you, and you still this is a predominantly black area. Do you hate yourselves that much is what I want to know, because how in the world can you be okay? Not that our water is the best, because it's not. It's issues here in Georgia, and I'm pretty sure in your states, where the water is not up to par, and you know, either you dealing with it or you probably don't even look it up. You probably don't even do nothing but just use the water. I don't know. But if you check into your water, you might be surprised. But most people water is not like Flint. It's not like Flint. How can black people be okay knowing that you got people who have been done like this and who are still living like this, and America has collectively turned their backs as if now they're invisible? Now we don't see them, we don't hear them, they don't exist. Don't think about it, you don't talk about it, it's not happening, I guess. I don't see how. People are living here and living through this still to this day. And this city is funneling money left and right since this crisis. Just like it's being alleged about Dalton and Thornton over there with Tiffany Henyard. Funneling money. And these people still dealing with this dirty water crisis. It's unbelievable.
I thought it was over.
I already know why you thought it. Because Obama punk ass.
I wasn't about to say Obama, but I understand that you Flint people are mad at Obama for that water trick. But no, I was going to say, because once the media stopped reporting on it, because see...
Okay, I don't even live there, and I'm slightly offended by that response. When he say, I know you people are, upset with Obama about that water trick. That was a major contribution to people really believing that if the water was not as okay as it should be at that point, that it was gonna be taken care of, because he kind of gave you the stamp of, I got this. I'm gonna look out for my people. They knew how much influence Obama had over the people. And in my opinion, that's what got them to eventually chill out on Obama. Because, a lot of people didn't like, regardless of who he was working with and working for, they didn't like to see him in office. They didn't like it. But it's undeniable the fact that most black people thought of him and his wife was, the coolest thing, strutting. He could do no wrong. And so they used him.
When it was Flint, it was important. Then other cities in America start coming up with that same water issue, and then they killed it. They were like, oh, no more reports on water. So, because the news killed it, we thought it was fixed. And see, people don't know that the news doesn't report things in real time. They do shit for ratings. So they report on whatever.
A lot of us know this by now. And it's not to go at the brother, but a lot of us know this by now about the news. So if we choose to follow the news's lead, then we're choosing to turn a blind eye to what's really going on. And I know a lot of people say, well, we're overwhelmed. We got this, that, and the third going on. And yes, there is a lot going on. But turning your back to it isn't going to make it go away. Not dealing with issues is only going to make them compound. And they're going to pile up against you even more. And then you're going to be overtaken in a way that you can't get out from up under. You have to tackle them as best as you can. There are so many things that people still do to this day in their day-to-day lives that I'm just bewildered. I'm like, how are you really truly enjoying life? How? There ain't one thing to celebrate. Being alive, okay, that exists regardless, and you can be thankful and all that for that. But to be acting like we're not literally in a crisis as a whole is insane. It's insane. Everybody's in danger. Everybody's in danger. And for him to say other people started having, or so it seemed, but it was minute. And I mean, it doesn't matter. What would it take for everybody to literally be going through exactly what Flint was going through and is going through at the same time, for people to be like, oh my God, this is crazy? Well, you've at that point given them the power to literally feel like they can do that. So what do you think you're going to do at this point? It shouldn't even take all that. You got a whole city over here. Nah, we gotta start talking about this, because y'all don't even take the time out to seriously educate yourself and understand what has really happened here and what's been going on. It's like Katrina all over again, but people feel like, oh, it's over, because people done either passed on or dispersed, and the city is doing what it's doing to recover. I just don't understand how y'all can let that slide. You know exactly what happened and what's happening, and you just like, okay, that was horrible. Are you all traumatized out? Because it's not going to get any lesser. That's not the plan. I mean, wow.
Lady Vivi, you right on point too. Go ahead, LP.
Yeah, I'm just saying they report on points. I mean, that's it. They're looking for whatever gets them ratings, whatever gets them points. They're on a point system.
Let me play this clip right quick, man.
Yeah, I was just about.
Anger over the Flint water crisis feels fresh for so many families that are still affected by it now that the criminal case is closed without any convictions. CBS News Detroit's Luke Laster is on your block in Flint with one of those families' story.
Do you drink the tap here now?
Hell no.
Mazan and her husband, Jonathan Green Sr., have been there since day one.
It was never intended to make it to the Supreme Court.
Hearing the news that the state of Michigan Supreme Court declined to hear appeals of charges against former Michigan Governor Rick Snyder, they say is no surprise to them or their son, J.J. Green.
This is a predominantly African-American community, bro. The history tells us this is going to happen. History tells us this is going to happen, brother. I don't care about us. Yeah. It's a fact.
Yeah.
Mazan and Jonathan say they both suffer from skin conditions they have to work around daily with certain lotions and filters to help the shower water.
My face would burn so bad, and I would get like towels and put it on my face. It was the water that was...
I'm curious, how booming is their economy and their pay and minimum wage even for these people to be affording all these water filters and bottled water? Right? I mean, you can make a choice. You can filter your house with whatever system you choose. You can buy water from the store. And if you were to make that your primary, like you're not using tap water. Okay, you're going to use filtered and bought water. Absolutely. Exclusively. It's going to add up no matter how you slice it. Then you got other health issues you're contracting on top of that. So you're not thriving like you should be or could be. And then you got to try to deal with those some kind of way. It says something about skin products, So just imagine other health issues that come about, stuff that's even irreversible. Like, that's extra money that these people have to spend all because of their water being poisoned purposefully. This is not a guess. It's not it happened on purpose. And nobody's being held accountable. And it's not even clean still. Hell, your water is likely dangerous for you. To not care about them is essentially not to care about yourself. We're not even fighting for ourselves. People are out here protesting for other countries. I don't want to hear nothing about whatever anybody got to say as far as, why they think we should be demanding something happen or stop happening over there, because how can you even afford to even care about them over yourself? We care so much that we're literally being invaded, but people allowed the media, the press, the politicians, to tell you that the same dude who was telling you they need to build a wall, they need to, regulate as they should, so he can handle his business and do the protecting as he should, that he was wrong and he need to get up out of there, and that's hateful, and he's, the R word. I don't even know if you can say that anymore on YouTube. But he's aces and what? This dude knew what they had planned for you. Now look where you at with this situation. And there's a lot of people who still think that's okay. Let them come over. It's fine. Okay, take your big heart and go over there and live with them then, because I don't know what to tell you. You don't have a right to put everybody else in jeopardy because you feel like you Mother Teresa or something. I don't know what the heck. But safety and self-preservation is common sense. At least it should be. And we're not preserving ourselves very well. How are these people getting by day to day in this situation? It's insane. 10 years. It's insane.
Burning my face. We bought this to be able to have water.
The green home, nearly a decade later, is now equipped with bottled water nearly everywhere in mini fridges and near the coffee maker.
Like if I want to boil some eggs or make some coffee, I'll grab some of those.
And even in the basement with a gallon dedicated to watering plants.
For somebody to misuse a whole community.
Well, the plant does look good, but plants, they some powerful, things. They have surviving capabilities that supersede ours by a long shot. So, I mean, they'll keep a falling tree stump from a tree stump from a falling tree alive for a long time. With a whole ecosystem. Like plants and trees ain't no joke. So, as nice as that plant look, I still say I wouldn't even trust the bottled water. We can't even trust our bottled water. You think they hit them with the pipes and they hit them with the bottled water too? They hitting us with it. It's a lot of cities around here that's just a molecule away from having Flint water. And you know it. You just don't want to touch it because it's like everybody just gave up. And you just let the crooked people do what they do. It's like we in a join 'em society. It's self-destruction. I hear the song playing and playing and playing all the time. And I literally played the song in who knows how long. It's crazy.
You not only took out the black people, you took out white people too. You took out Hispanics, you took out Asian, you took out a whole community. Very rarely do we get our fair chance in anybody's court.
The prosecutors on this case say they plan to release what they call a full and thorough report next year, detailing the efforts they made.
Today, Barack Obama gave the Good Housekeeping Seal of the President to the troubled waters of Flint, Michigan. And Jerika Duncan is there.
Can I get some water?
Before a crowd of 1,000.
I really did need a glass of water. This is not a stunt.
President Obama took a sip of Flint.
Okay, so what other speech has he or any other elected official just out loud said, "Can I get some water?" Since he said he really did need some water. I don't recall any. I mean, you got to be a special kind of evil. But y'all don't see him that way. He cool ass Obama, huh? I don't even see how you look at this dude and feel like he cool. You got your children looking up to this dude, and that's okay with you. Because that's how much you think you and your children are worth. That's okay with you to have your children look up to him and Michelle and be like, "Oh, look at what we can be." And then when they get older, if they get older, old enough to really understand what and who these people really are. And then to understand that you really knew that though. But you allowed them to look at these monsters as some kind of great people, heroes, someone they should strive to be. What you want your children to do? Strive to one day be president? For what? So they can do the work of the devil just like the rest of them? Just like Obama and his wife? This dude literally drank that water more than one time in your face and told you that water was good. Knowing that was the furthest thing from the truth, but he knew you wasn't going to keep tabs. He knew you wasn't going to check. And he knew everybody was just told to, disperse from there. And they did. Now you tell me, how does everybody walk away from Flint? All that attention they was getting. How does everybody walk away and not look back?
It's filtered tap water, assuring the people there that he cares.
I've got your back. Not too long ago, I received a letter.
The president singled out 8-year-old Mari Kopeny.
This
Mr.
is disgusting. This is disgusting. He got your back.
President.
She wrote him a letter in March expressing her concerns about the water. How would you describe the Flint water?
It's nasty.
Why is it nasty?
It gives you bad rashes and headaches.
Hey man,
That was too cute.
exactly, Ms. VV. You on point. They sacrificed a whole predominantly black city inside the United States of America, and they killed a couple of their own. Sacrifice. They did them like pawns. They like a game of chess.
Alright, so I just wanted to call some attention yet again to the overall Flint situation and let y'all know there are channels. There's another one. I put it on my other video, 810 Flint, I think is the name of the channel. But you can see it for sure on my previous video. And he shows like the town meetings and everything, like how you can go see Dalton and Thornton meetings they be having. I've gotten some footage from there, showed it to you guys. And this brother here, I've spoken with him personally on more than one occasion. And it's just heartbreaking to just, the whole lot of it. I'm so disappointed in people. It's not even funny. I'm talking about beyond disappointed and disgusted. Because I don't know what some people tell themselves, but you're not looking out for you. You're not doing anything good for you. Nobody is protected unless you're literally one of them. I'm not talking about just being their workers.